Regardless of the circumstance, I intend to question the defendant with all I have. For that is a part of my creed.
If the two of you are ready, court is now in session for the trial of
Pro Bono Chambers.
Join up with our diverse team, well set up and made up of legal professionals and experts, as we give you access to guidance, educate and enlighten you on a broad array of issues raised by the modern legal landscape. Absolutely free. Airing on Human Rights Radio and Television 101.1 FM.
Pro Bono Chambers.
On Pro Bono Chambers, Mondays to Fridays, 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Human Rights Radio and Television 101.1 FM. Human Rights Radio and Television 101.1 FM. Redefining broadcasting.
Pro Bono Chambers. Pro Bono Chambers.
Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the program Pro Bono Chambers on Human Rights Radio and Television 101.1. My name is Mardia Umar. On today's edition, we have Partners West Africa Initiative in the studio, and they will be talking to us about search and arrest protocol. And yes, from here, I would say we have Harry Anoleifo, and we also have Chukwuma Ochu. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
It's good to have you join us on Pro Bono Chambers. And yes, talk to us about, let's get to know Partners West Africa Initiative. What did it do?
Okay, thank you very much. The name is actually Rule of Law and Empowerment Initiative, but we are also known as Partners West Africa Nigeria. There is a non-governmental organization based here in Abuja, but we have offices. We have an office in Kano also, office handling legal issues, free legal services. It's a pro bono office, Kano. So we're a non-governmental organization that have two focal areas. We have the rule of law and citizens security. And these two areas have actually impacted a lot in our work, because for the rule of law, we handle issues of justice sector issues, criminal justice issues that come up. For instance, we are doing kind of court monitoring of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, the implementation level of the Act. Since the Act was enacted in 2015, we were trying to see how far has it gone in implementation. So we are doing a project on that, going around selected courts to see where the problem is, whether it is from the judges, from the lawyers, from the prosecutors, or from the prisons and all that. So and then for the citizen security, we are into trying to see how we can encourage women, increase the level of women in politics, women in governance, so that they can come out of their shell and take the challenge and say, no, enough is enough, we are done sitting. Let us come out to be able to have a voice in the society.
Okay, if you're just joining us, it's Human Rights Radio and Television. You can watch this program live on bracketechnet.com. All you have to do is register first, search for HR Radio TV. You can watch also on YouTube. It's HR Radio TV / the program Pro Bono Chambers. And you can listen anywhere in the world. All you have to do, download our app from Google Play Store and iOS on your mobile phone, and you can listen to us live. But we'll come back to the studio now, as there's a whole lot of things to talk about. But we will start with arrest protocol. When should an individual be arrested? Okay, Chukwuma will do the enlightenment.
Thank you, Center. Well, arrest, like we all know, and all familiar with. Procedure follow taking an arrest. The Administration of Criminal Justice provision for arrest on how, what constitutes an arrest. From the standpoint of the law, arrest is a procedure that you must touch the person who is said to have committed an offense, an infraction of the law. at any place, either the police officer or any private person, is empowered by the law, and that begins the process of criminal justice. The point of arrest of any person who is said to have infringed on the law. So for you to arrest him, you need first and foremost to tell him also of what he has done and where he refuses. If he does not refuse, you take him to a station where he's to make his statement as law requires. So in arresting him, for there to be an arrest, the law said there must be actual apprehension. He must touch the person and take him off. But where he submits, there will be no need for that. You just take him where he has accepted, okay, go with you. That is the beginning of arrest. And the law is that there is no need for handcuffs and all the rest of them. Those are the benefits or one of the innovations the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 had brought. And before now, it used to be the process of arrest. Or if a man is said to have committed an offense and he runs away, they go and arrest his children, they arrest the wife, any family member. Arrest in lieu, the law prohibits it entirely. That is made possible by Section 7 of the Administration of Criminal Justice. So now, because we know as lawyers and practitioners of law that criminal offenses are personal, it doesn't matter who commits the offense. If it is not the person who committed the offense, he should not be arrested, except on the ground the law gave the police officers or the arresting authority discretionary power that if in the course of your duty you are seen to be obstructing the course of justice, or you have been identified to have committed or will likely commit an offense. These are part of the protocols in arrest, and we take it off from there.
Okay, and let's quickly talk about search protocol, because the phone line is buzzing and I'm sure a lot of people would want to ask questions as relates to arrest and search protocol. But, you know, search protocol and the search of an individual or of property is something that we're not too familiar with in this part of the world. So when should an individual allow a policeman search his or her property or apartment?
Well, the law is very clear on that. Section 148 of the Act says what should be done. And that does not only start from there, it starts from Section 143, making application, how the application for search warrant is done. But for an individual to say, oh, my house will be searched, one, there is an arrest, a search warrant.
Okay.
A house could be searched with or without a warrant. It is without a warrant if in the course of duty, somebody is said to have run into a house, somebody who is alleged to have committed an offense, and you are seeing him, he runs into a house. The law permits you to go with him. Ordinarily, if there is reasonable suspicion that there is something hidden in a property, in a ship or anywhere, in a car, the law permits that you make an application on oath to a judge or a magistrate or a justice of peace to get an arrest, a search warrant. So when that is obtained, one, an individual has no right, if you are empowered by the process of law to search his house, has no right to obstruct you, as he's also committed an offense of obstruction, just in the course of justice. So once these procedures are, it follows that for any person to search your house, the law empowers you also to search him. Yeah, because you see, in our society, you will discover that sometimes things are planted, may not be legal, just for the purpose of getting at you. And it requires that if a man is alleged to have committed an offense for the search of a person, a man should search him. If it's a woman should search. And if it is a property, then the property owner should be shown the warrant that is authorizing them to search. And he is at liberty to also search the officer or officers that will be going into the property to search, into his car or anything that can be.
You search them first?
Of course, yes. You search them.
Okay, so you are talking about arrest warrant. Maybe a police officer suspects that maybe the next car has something, maybe like a contraband, and you need to search. Do you have to go to the police station and get
No. You see, I said something from the beginning. I said, if in the course of duty you discover, and there will be no need for you to go and come back. But in the course of investigation, and you find out that there is reasonable suspicion that something is hidden somewhere. If on the go, you don't need it. Yes, you are empowered by law. That's why I say search could either be with warrant or without warrant. Where it is with warrant, these procedures must be followed. Where it is without warrant, you must also identify yourself as doing it. An officer of the law or any person, you must identify yourself. You must tell the person reason why what you want to do. So if you don't tell the person is at liberty to refuse. But once you tell the person, I will take the liberty just to read section 138 of the law, 143 per se. If you permit me, say where an investigation under this act is being made by a police officer, he may apply to a court or justice of the peace within the local limit of whose jurisdiction he is for the issue of a search warrant. So in that case, you do not need where it is an immediate thing. But ordinarily, you just need it. If we look at arrest and one of the protocols, you look at the concept that an offense is said to have been committed or likely to have been committed. If in the course of duty, you now find out that reasonably suspect that, something could have been hidden in there. You see, you weigh the options in practice that before I will go and get a warrant from a judge or a justice of the peace, the thing would have been taken out from there. You are at liberty to search.
Okay.
But in searching, you must fulfill the conditions precedent, which includes identifying yourself, allowing yourself also to be searched.
Okay, we'll open up the phone lines now so people can call and ask a question. We are proud to say that this edition was sponsored by Partners West Africa Initiative. And the number to call is 08189991011. I'll take the number again, 08189991011. Ask question as it relates to search and arrest protocol. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, Joe from Kenya.
Okay, go ahead with your question. Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to ask two questions. And the first one is, what is the time frame where a search warrant can be effected? Does it have a particular time one cannot search a particular premises?
Okay.
Because we saw the climb down on some individuals the last time. It was like 3 a.m. and when they got to court, the judges were, using that as a defense that they came at an odd hour inside their house. So is there a particular time frame where search can be conducted?
Okay.
Yes.
That's the first question. What's your second question? Quickly. Okay. Can you answer that quickly?
If you can hear me, there is no time. The law, particularly Section 148 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, says a search warrant may be issued and executed at any time on any day, including Sundays and public holiday. So there is no time that is odd. The law says, but you see, there is discretion. That's why the law did not use shall. He used the word may be executed at any time on any day, including Sundays and public holiday. 3 a.m. is not odd. 1 a.m. is not odd. 1 p.m. is not odd. The law says at any time, including Sundays and public holidays. Section 148 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act. Thank you.
All right, let's take another call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning to you. Welcome. Morning. What's your name and location, please?
I'm Big Joshua calling from Washington.
Okay, let's hear your question quickly.
Yeah, my question is it right, policeman, sometimes somebody is coming on the street, and is it right, I saw a situation where someone is standing on the road, and what if the person that is coming in question is the vehicle do not have a brake effectively, and they hit the person? Is it lawful for the person to stand on the road while taking such an...
Hello? Okay, did you get that question? Okay. that question was not clear enough. You can call us back. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please move away from your radio set.
I'll put it off.
All right, thank you very much. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Victor. I'm calling you from Gudu.
Okay, welcome, Victor. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my question is just simple. What about those policemen that used to search cars along the way? Maybe you are traveling or something. They will just stop you and start searching your car without anything. Maybe they ask you your paper, driver license, everything is okay. So then they will just look for a way of collecting something from you. They'll just start searching your cars without anything. How can someone go about that?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question.
All right, thank you very much. I think the first thing you also need to understand is that has a policeman committed any offense by searching you at that point? That is your first question. Now, the law permits him to do his duty, to search. If he searches and he asks for papers, we owe ourselves the duty to provide whatever the law of enforcement agents require from us. It is by law. Now, anything going after that, beyond that, is left for you to take your own decision. If the matter, you feel that he has gone beyond his normal search, his right to search and all that, then you go and make your report. So you are not to engage, you are not supposed to engage him. Because if you do that, you run the risk of any other thing happening and it's provocation. So it's better for you, be civil, you go and make a complaint where you are supposed to make your complaint, either to the police officer or to the complaints commission.
Okay, thank you very much.
In further to that answer,
okay,
the question will also be, does the policeman have a right to search a vehicle? If it is yes, good. If it is no, good. But the truth of the matter remains also that he has a right to search a vehicle. A vehicle can be searched, particularly if there is reasonable suspicion that anything that was stolen or a crime have been committed, or it is used to conceal anything that may have been stolen or that was used to commit a crime. But you see, part of the law is that once there is a search on a property or a vehicle, any cattle,
okay,
the list of all items recovered must be written out. You have a copy, they have a copy, and signed by both parties, so that there will be no issue of, oh, this one happened, this one happened. No, this was not part of what we recover. You got this. Everything must be done in accordance with the provisions of the law. Thank you.
Okay, to ask your question, call the number 08189991011. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Hello,
welcome. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Moses. I'm calling from Mr. Market.
Okay,
Well, I was listening to your program this morning. I have something to say in respect to the warrant of offense. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you want to ask a question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, please go ahead.
As of early last month, some group of guys that described themselves as a policeman, they tracked my number to my workplace. And they told me that the phone, that the particular number that called me, that I will have to call them the person that owned the number. Which later I told them this is the person that owned the number. And I told them if you need the person, I can leave it to the person. Which after everything, they said, okay, what about the phone that I bought? What actually linked me to the guy? I explained to them that what actually linked me to the guy is because I bought the phone from the guy and I spoke with the guy brought the phone to me. I said, okay, can they see the phone? I said, okay. Initially I gave the phone to somebody to help me fix it. I called the guy and I said, bring the phone to me. The guy brought the phone to me. I gave the phone to them. Ever since then I've been like, they were like, okay, we are coming so you can take us to the place that the guy is staying. And then they collected the phone from me. They have not even called me to say, okay, we are coming so I can take me to the guy. I've not heard from them. And they are with the phone. And while I was with them, I was hearing, because there were two, I was hearing them saying, okay, when the guy told me I have a phone that I want to sell, can you buy it? And before then I was saying the guy, okay, but we like it so day. And they were like, okay, can you pay the guy to say, Michael, where you? I said, I can't, there's no way I'm going to allow the guy to know where I work. The guy, because the guy is an outside guy, and the guy knows where I work.
Now,
and where
what is your question?
My question is, it's just like a complaint, okay? Just like a complaint. The policemen are holding my phone, and I've not yet heard from them to say, okay, this is the phone you are looking for. This is not the phone. I never seen that. They have not even called me.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Moses.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. You have anything to say in respect to that? Holding his phone.
Moses, you see, if you know where you can find them, I think it's important to make reports. You make a report to the police and give them, if you have their identification or any of their things, number that you can identify them with or photograph. You do that to the police and you will get the appropriate attention. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Luca. I'm calling from Gajiri, Suleja local government.
Welcome. Please go ahead with your question.
Yes, Maria, I want to ask, what do I do? When the policeman stops me and asks me for my particulars, I present it to him all to collect my driver's license and hand over it to him.
Hello?
Yes, Maria, I said, what will I do? After a policeman has searched my car and asked me for all my particulars, then he asked me to give him my driver's license. I give the driver's license to him. And you hand over the driver's license to Road Safety. What do I do?
Okay, you haven't taken back your driver's license.
Yes, the driver's license is with the policeman. He give it to the Road Safety.
Okay. All right. Keep listening, all right? Okay, keep listening. Thank you very much for that question.
Okay, thanks, sir.
If you can hear me.
Okay, please listen.
If you can hear me. The policeman on the road, some of them are not familiar with what is expected of them. But that's not to say also that they cannot do their work to the best of their knowledge. But in doing their work, there is a supervisory body, the PCB. You make your complaint. Any erring policeman, if you feel aggrieved that what the policeman has done is beyond the limits of his engagement, is beyond the limits of his powers as a police officer per time, you report him. You don't go home and thinking that the policeman is everything. The policeman is also a citizen subject to the laws. So if you think that the policeman has gone beyond the bounds of his responsibilities, you report him to the Police Complaint Bureau, PCB. The force headquarters, and appropriate actions will be taken. The policeman will come. If he has been found wanting, he will apologize to you. And if they need to punish him for such infraction, they will do. But because we keep quiet, that is why some of them do these things and get away with it. Thank you.
Okay. You want to add something to that?
I think there is also the need as citizens for us to also try to make an effort to know the law, to know what our rights are. How many of us have a constitution as our Bible outside the normal Bible we have, or the normal Quran, which is our instrument of worship? The Constitution of Nigeria should be at the palm of every citizen's hand to know his or her rights. Now, we are now focused on the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, which has also streamlined, tried to avoid all these things we are complaining now, to reduce them. How many of us have a copy of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act? If we have this, you will see that most of what we complain as offenses by the police and other agencies are covered by the Act, and we can now take appropriate action. Report is not confrontation. If you have issues, you report. We are trying to see how the implementation of the Act will be achieved. But if we all don't know our rights, it's going to be a problem. So there's need for us to have copies of this to be able to know what our rights are to forestall further occurrences of such issues.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll still take more calls, and the number to call is 081-89-991011. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is My name is Ambrose Demoga. I'm calling you from Kujeria Council.
All right, welcome. Let's hear your question.
Yeah, my question is that when what do you do when you have a bike, let's say any other Santondo or Okada, then somebody steal it from you, and because of maybe one or two things stole it from you, then.
Hello. Sorry, you can call us back. We lost you at some point, but you can call us back 08189991011. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you. Welcome. What's your question? But you have to tell us your name and location first.
My name is Jibril Mohammed. I'm calling from Wari.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
Actually, yes, I want to respond to that caller about the license. Police does not have right to collect your driving licenses.
Hello? Hello? Okay, we cannot take that call. Move away from your radio sets and call us back. 08189991011. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome. You need to be a bit audible so we can hear you properly. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ankulizaka. I'm calling from Kaduna State.
Welcome. Please go ahead with your question quickly.
My question is the problem about my.
Okay, we lost that call. Call us again if there's time for that. 08189991011. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. We can hear you. Go ahead. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is PCD Anoleifo.
Okay, welcome. Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Madala.
Okay, quickly ask your question. We are running.
I want to ask: is it legal for police to demand for my driving license at night?
Okay. Is it legal? Thank you very much for your question.
Well, it's not the responsibility of the police, but the police is also a law enforcement officer, primarily charged with maintenance of law and order. And in the course of a policeman doing his work, and he reasonably suspects that anything untoward has happened or is likely to happen, and for purposes of identification, and he asks you for your driver's license, he may not be wrong, but it is not primarily his responsibility. It's that of the road safety.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just one more call, and then we call it a wrap on today's edition of Pro Bono Chambers, which is proudly sponsored by Partners West Africa Nigeria Initiative. Hello?
Hello? Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Quickly, your question.
Yeah. Please, my name is Acjl. I'm calling from Asokoro.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, but please, as you say that if the police come out, the search warrant to come and search your house, you have the right to search the police force. What is it in you as a civilian that you have the right to search the policeman, or there's another law enforcement agency that will come along with them to search them? And what if they refuse you to search them? What did you do? Do you have the right to stop them not to search your house?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, you have a right to search them before they search your house. And where they refuse, you see, wisdom is profitable always to direct. If an armed man is insisting on doing something, you don't block him. You allow him finish it, but you also have a procedure to report. You can now report the processes that he followed. And if he throws foul of the law, everything that he has done hitherto will be voided. Everything that he has done will be voided. That is the position.
All right, thank you very much for coming. Just final note quickly before we leave the studio.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to mention that part of the whole essence of this talk radio program is also to educate the citizens about our rights, about issues of pretrial detention cases. There are so many pretrial detention cases going on. And we think that if we all try to abide by the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, the provisions, a lot will be reduced. Many cases will be brought out of the prisons that are awaiting trial, and it will decongest the prisons. So it's good for us to know our rights, know that you have right to legal counsel, know that you are right for representation, so that at any point in time you must demand for it, so that you are not lingering in the detention centers without proper representation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. We hope to see you very, very soon. And this is how much we can take on today's edition of Pro Bono Chambers. We'll see you again next week. Do stay with us. Prosumer Forum is up next.
Thank you.
Oh.